All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. All right, back with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is pretty much going to be called, It is a Fearful Thing to Fall into the Hands of the Living Power. All right, that's the title of this lesson. All right, as you can see right here, this is Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 31. Repeat it again. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right, and pretty much what this lesson is pretty much going into is it's something I found in my leisure time. Now I'm gonna get a photo, a screenshot that I had took from this website. You know, as you already saw right up here. You know, woman dismembered and everything. But I'm gonna get into that later. But as you can clearly see right here, this is real. This isn't fake. All right. I had found this website pretty much, you know, during my leisure time on YouTube. I was looking up a review dealing with the Texas Chainsaw movie or whatever, and just so happened to scroll down in the comment section, and some guy in the comment section mentioned that, you know, a certain scene in the movie at a certain point, it reminded him of something that actually happened, you know, and I looked it up, what the video was, and I go and I find this website. Now, this is the type of stuff I didn't know existed. You know, I figured that this stuff would be on the dark web, or what you call the deep web, or whatever you call it, you know, which is pretty much an unfiltered version of the internet. All right. And it pretty much shows stuff like this, like you see in this photo. As you can clearly see, these are two Israelite women, all right, pretty much about to be, you know what, you know, and the guy that's standing over him has a knife. Now, I'm not going to show anything, but you can actually find this stuff and watch it. Now, I advise you not to, you know, if you get queasy or anything, and they show everything. They don't shy away from it. All right, the video, it has full sound. You literally see it from beginning to end. All right, this is judgment, man. All right, this is judgment live. You know, like typically you see when it comes to stuff like this, people getting, you know what, you know, slaughtered or whatever. Esau, he shies away from the camera. You know, you only see a certain clip, or you don't see the whole thing. You don't see the actual judgment of what happens to people. You know, and after I seen this, you know, on this website, you know, it bothered me for a few days, and it just inspired me to do this lesson. All right, because it bothered me, you know, and I can see why, you know, if you're like in the army or whatever, you know, veterans, you know, that go to war, you know, and see people die all the time, I can understand why they have PTSD, you know, so to speak, because this stuff bothered me, you know, mentally after seeing this video. So, you know, I'm gonna get into it. So pretty much I pretty much made this to show you, you know, that how the Lord judges people, you know, because we don't really see it like that, you know, in the media and things like that, because Esau hides it. So we're gonna get another scripture. Let's go back to the Old Testament. Let's get Ezekiel. All right, chapter 9, and we'll start at verse 9. All right, it says, Then he said unto me, The iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood, and city full of perverseness. For they say, The Lord hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not. And that's exactly what's going on today. All right, you see it everywhere you go. I mean, you can't escape, you know, wickedness. You can't avert your eyes from it every day. You know, you see a tranny walking around, you see a dyke walking around, you see you know, children, like little girls, you know, dressed up like whores. You see the woman wearing pants, all right, out, you know, in the middle of the night, 2 in the morning, all right, going out to the darn store, all right, they whoring themselves on the internet, committing adultery. All kinds of stuff is going on this earth, you know, all kinds of stuff. You know, people, you know, selling their souls, you know, things like that, and they're doing it for, you know, for money, man. All right, to be seen, all right, to get some type of clout, you know, things like that. And they don't think the Lord is real, you know, because the Lord hasn't judged this place yet. All right, the Lord hasn't come back yet. You know, he hasn't put that judgment out there, instantly. It's not like you go off one time and the Lord's not judging you instantly like that. So they think the Lord's not real. He's gone. Yeah, they're free to do whatever the hell they want to do, and they're not going to pay for their sins. That's what they believe. Okay, but that's not the case. Okay, so reading on, verse 10, it says, "And as for me, also mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head." And as you see in this photo right here, that's exactly what's going on. All right, this is judgment from the Heavenly Father. All right, this isn't an accident. This isn't just random. All right, things don't happen like this. All right, just to happen. All right, that's not how the world works. Okay, the Lord has created spirits of vengeance. All right, to enforce vengeance on people, man. All right, for their sins. All right, for the things they did in their past lives. The Lord may have it out for somebody. That's the reason why you see children dying. Little babies getting killed. All right, and you think, in your carnal state, instead of thinking spiritually, because people don't know the truth, they think that it's a sad thing. They think it's tragic. It's an accident. He was innocent. You hear that a lot in the news, but that's not the case, man. The Lord did this, man. He did it. All right. The scriptures say in Deuteronomy that He kills, He heals, He makes alive. He wounds, He heals, He does all those things, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right. And just to describe some of the other videos that I have seen, I seen a child get ran over, on live, by construction. I think it was like one of those vehicles on the construction site that picks up dirt, and dumps it, with the little built-in shovel or whatever, and the little kid ran out there. He wasn't paying attention, and he got ran over, and all you saw was blood, man. And then, the parents or whatever ran over there and grabbed him up. I saw another video of a bad car wreck. It was a horrible accident. It was so bad his skin from his mouth was hanging off, and all you could see was his teeth. His teeth was just exposed. His whole skin on his face was exposed, man. He had a big hole in his chest, and you could see his lung. Not his lung, but you could. I think it was. Yeah, he could see his lung literally pulsating from every breath he took. But I think it was his heart that was beating. You could see his heart or lung or whatever it was moving. It was exposed. Okay, and it was shocking seeing that. Very shocking. All right, and then from this one, as you see up here, it says woman dismembered. It said woman dismembered. This is the website. As you can see up there, you can read it. I advise you not to go into it if you get easily. All right. If you can't take stuff like this, I advise you not to. Don't do it. But if you want to look at it, this is it. Okay. So it says woman dismembered, face cut in half. All right. And I'm not gonna show anything, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. But the woman, it was her husband that actually dismembered her. Yeah, her husband dismembered the woman. They were married, and apparently in the comment section, apparently one of them said that the man caught the woman having an affair or something with the neighbor, something like that. So he got real mad and he used a machete and he cut the woman's face in half. Now it was from the forehead, in between your forehead and where your nose start is right in that area. He literally cut that part in half. From the middle part of your forehead, between your nose and your forehead, like right in the middle, he cut that literally in half, and she was still alive. All right, she didn't die instantly. All right, she was moaning, groaning. All right, I'm gonna go down here. It says warning: this is one of the most gruesome video uploaded on Gorbay. Prepare yourself before watching. I'm not gonna show it, but as you can see, he cut her hand off. He cut her leg off. All right, face was dismembered, cut in half. And she was still breathing, man. Still breathing. Even the guy in the car accident that I was telling you about, he was still alive, man. He was still alive. I saw another video. It was a bad accident. A car hit two people, a woman and it was a man. I think it was somewhere in India. The man's body was cut in half. He was still alive and crawling. All right. And a woman, her body was all messed up. Leg just turned in very disproportionate positions, man. Out of place, dead. All right. And this is the judgment that the Lord puts out on this earth, man. All right. So I'm gonna get another scripture. Let's go back here. Let's get Isaiah chapter 65. All right, we're gonna start at verse 2. All right, it says, I have spread out my hands all the day unto a rebellious people, which walketh in a way that was not good about their own thoughts. All right, and like I described earlier, in the beginning of this lesson, man, this is what they do, man. They're only after their own heart. They're not after Yahweh Bashim Shah's heart. All right, Yahweh, who you ignorantly call God. All right, his real name is Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, which is his son. All right, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shah. All right. Okay, those are the real names in the Hebrew tongue, the Paleo Hebrew. All right, not the modern Hebrew that you hear today. That's fake. That's not real Hebrew, man. All right. So let's read on. It says, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in the gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. Okay, now this isn't, of course, literal today, but it is literal today because some people actually do that. But in a sense, these people, the acts that they're committing, all right, the holidays that they celebrate, the feast days that the scriptures talk about, that's a form of worship. All right, worshiping other gods. Okay, and spiritually, this is what these people do. And when we tell them these things, they think it's bullshit, man. All right, until next thing you know, they end up getting judged. They end up getting killed. And then you hear them all in the news crying, talking about how innocent they were. All right, when they were wicked as hell, man. Why? Because they weren't following the scriptures. They weren't taking heed to what was being spoken. All right, until you end up, all right, just like this woman here. Now, she committed adultery and she got put to death on the spot. But we know we're not supposed to do that because it's not convenient. All right. All right. We don't live in a society where the law is being pushed, so it's not convenient for us to do things like this. All right. So the Lord's supposed to handle it. You leave it up to the Lord to handle these type of situations. You don't get carnal and just pretty much off your wife because she committed adultery against you. You walk away from it and you pray to the Lord. All right, and he'll handle it. Whether it takes years, whether it takes months, whatever the case may be, he's going to handle it. All right, the Lord sees everything. He ain't forgetting. All right, he ain't, just going to leave it as be. Let it walk away. All right, that's not the case. All right, so, yeah, there's plenty of other things on here. And as you can clearly see, you got Esau in the comment section. Scoffing, talking shit, laughing. And some people, of course, are shocked about it. And that's Esau. That's Esau in a nutshell. I saw another video. It was what was it? I think it was somewhere in Africa, some part of Africa. This was this guy literally getting cut up live. He was alive. He was trying to get away. They caught him. They literally cut him up like he was an animal, man. Alive. They literally cut his arm off. They cut his legs off. And then he was still alive. He was screaming, man. And I don't care what movies you watched. All right, I don't care if it's Texas Chainsaw. You can watch the worst movie, the most gruesome and brutal movie you could imagine. And them actors can't fake, all right, what's going on in these videos, man. I'll tell you that right now, man. They can't fake it. This stuff is very gruesome, all right? These videos are very real, man. This ain't fake. Okay? But yeah, they can't fake it, man. But the crazy thing about it, is that this is what Esau was doing to Jake in slavery, man. All right? All this stuff that you see here, this is what Esau likes to do, man. This is what he do. He'll burn you. He'll hang you. All right? He'll cut your foot off. He'll cut your limbs off. All right? You women, all right, they'll pretty much rape you. All right, they'll snatch your babies out of your stomach while you're still pregnant. Remember that? All right, and things like that back in history. All right, all these atrocities that you see, if you get on this site, all right, which I advise you not to, if you're easily, dismayed by this, I honestly advise you don't do it. It's very graphic, extremely graphic. Um, but yeah, this is Esau, man. This is what he was doing to you in slavery, man, and worse. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to it. Let's get some more scriptures here, or continue on reading actually. Let's see where it was. Verse 4. All right, Isaiah chapter 65, verse 4. It says, "Which remain among the graves, and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh, and broth of abominable things is in their vessels." Yeah, and that's us. That's spiritually and actually physically, man. You eating a swine, all right? All these abominable foods that the scriptures tell you not to eat, and you Negroes, all right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this is what you do. You eat this stuff, man. All right, you try to be like these other nations, man, and all it's leading you to is your death. All right, because you're going off. It's sin. All right, these other nations do what they do because they're not under the law. All right. The Lord don't care about them. He care about you Israelites. All right. So verse 5, it says, "Which say, Stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day." It says, "Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom." And that's exactly what you see in those screenshots, man. All right. Now I'm gonna try to get another video. Now I'm not gonna show the whole thing. I'm gonna show the part of impact. All right, of what happened. All right, to this construction worker. All right, I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory on it. Salakia. If I may be rambling on. But I think this is important details that you need to know. So it's this construction worker. He was working. He had a camera set up in there. I think he was working on a rotary machine, inside a shop, and I think he believed he turned off the machine, because I noticed he flipped the switch. He maybe thought that he turned it off. I think he reached his hand down below, and then the machine moved, and his arm got caught up in there. And when his arm got caught in, for a second, then the thing it started rotating, and it snatched him in there. And his back was literally wrapped around the bar that was rotating, and it was spinning him, and it was spinning him so fast that pieces of him was literally flying off as he was getting impacted by hitting the ground. His body parts, his legs, his arms, his head was smashed to bits. Blood went everywhere, man. All right, blood went everywhere. It was shocking, very shocking. And then the other workers came in there, and they was absolutely appalled. The guy turned it off. He turned the machine off, and it was actually on the other side. He flipped the switch. I'm not going to show that part, but I'm going to show when he gets snatched in the thing. And then I'm going to pause the video, Lord willing. So let's read on. It says, let's read this part again. Verse 6, it says, "Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will recompense, even recompense into their bosom." Verse 7, "Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, saith the Lord, which have burned incense upon the mountains, and blasphemed me upon the hills. Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom." And that's what our people do. They pretty much blaspheming the name of the Lord, man. Here it is, you're supposed to be this royal people. You're supposed to be God's chosen people, and you out here, all right, embarrassing the Lord, man. All right, committing adultery, eating abominable foods, acting a fool, man. Acting worse than these nations. All right, you committing acts worse than these nations. Esau himself, you do worse than Esau. You do some stuff Esau would be shocked about. Just like that one video of them Edomites. All right, they had these two women. All right, the mother and the daughter. All right, they were doing the darn porn shoot together, man. The mother was watching the whole thing. All right, to encourage her to go through with it. All right, to get pretty much, banged out by them 2 Edomites in front of her mother, man. You know, they were shocked. They were like, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like this before in my life. Never. All right, so yeah, you Israelites, you do worse. Or you blaspheme in the name of the Lord, and He's gonna recompense you, man. He's gonna put judgment upon you, like you saw in the screenshots and them stories that I've been telling you about. All right, or if you're gonna get on the site and watch the videos, that's the type of judgment that the Lord is gonna give, or gonna send out here, man. All right, upon these people, you know, on a mass scale, man. All right, the scriptures say that 1,000 shall fall to thy left side and 1,000 to thy right. All right, just paraphrasing. So there's gonna be bodies everywhere, man. All right, and it's gonna be coming, and it's not gonna stop. All right, it's not gonna be just one death, and then everybody gonna be, you know, shocked and surprised, and then the next one, the next. No, it's gonna be on the spot. Okay, so let's read on. It says, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in a cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all, which is the elect. All right, the 1/3, all right, which including 144,000, all right, the ones that have repented, turn back to the Lord. He's not going to destroy all of Israel, but He's going to destroy a great majority of them. All right, which is 2/3. All right, that you Israelites, man. Okay, and it says, verse 9, and I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, and an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there. Yeah. So they're the ones who are going to get the kingdom. You know, if we remain, you know, and continue in what we're supposed to be doing. All right, teaching, charity, you know, helping out whenever you can, you know, doing whatever you can to further this gospel and truth. All right, help the brothers out that's out on the highways and byways. You know, give them water. All right, give them some food, or donate. Do something. You know, believe in this truth. Preach. You know, do what you can do. All right. So charity. You know, it covers a multitude of sins. You know, there's many things to do, man. You know, and believe, man. This is the truth, man. You know, this resonates with your spirit. Okay. So yeah, let's get us Isaiah chapter 65. Let's go on down to chapter 13. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. You 2/3, you're going to be ashamed, man. All right, you're going to be starving. You're going to be thirsty out here. All right, you're going to be in dismay. You're going to be scared. All right, with no covering. All right, you men and you women. All right, you're not going to be covered out here, man. You know, whatever is going to happen to you, going to happen to you. Whether it be a wild beast, all right, whether it be Esau, or these darn niggas out here. All right. All right, that you call your friends, that you want to be in the world with. All right, you're going to see them turn on you, turn on each other. All right, and start killing each other. Okay, just like you saw in that photo, man. And what happened to these women right here? All right, I think that we're in some type of drug business or something like that. That's what I read in the comment section or whatever. But apparently, you know, this guy, he grabbed a knife, he stabbed a woman in the throat about 20 times. Stabbed her in both of her eyes. You know, the camera didn't shy away. All right, you can hear the sound completely. They were still alive, remind you. They were alive. All right, and they were drugged. All right, which is the reason you didn't hear them screaming. All right, in pain or trying to resist. They were drugged. Okay, and he stabbed her to death. Stabbed her in both her eyes. Stabbed her all in her throat to a point where it looked like her head came off. And the other girl too. You know, it's hard to watch. All right, but this is the judgment that the Lord sends out here, man. All right, and this is to put fear in you, man. Okay, seeing this stuff is very shocking. I mean, this stuff messed with me for a few days so much I didn't want to eat. You know, because you think about, you know, the food that's defiled. You know, scriptures talk about that. The food is defiled. You know, you see it in the movies. They kind of reference it, like the movie Blade. The first Blade movie, you know, they go into this meat factory, and then you see these bodies wrapped up, and all you see is Jacob there. You know, you Israelites and so-called blacks, all right, from Judah, the tribe of Judah. You see them hanging up there, man. All right, and that's what they do, man. You know, a lot of these restaurants, they start, you know, jakes end up missing, and then they take their meat or their intestines or whatever the hell it is, and make food out of it and give it to the public, man. All right, you know, these devils, they wicked as hell, man. They make sacrifices to Satan. All right, and these people eating it, you know, don't know what the hell we're eating, man. You know, this stuff bothered me, man, for a few days. You know, I didn't even want to get back on this website, to be honest with you. You know, just, you know, explaining that, but I'm gonna get rid of that one. All right, so let's go back into it. Let's continue on to verse 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And that's what's gonna go on out here. They're gonna howl. You're gonna hear screams. All right, people screaming, moaning. All right, just like in the video of the woman that got her half her head dismembered, and she was still breathing, still alive. All right, you don't go out as quick as these movies, all right, make it seem. You know, you watch a movie, a person gets stabbed in the stomach and then instantly dies, or gets shot in the head and instantly dies. In some cases that may happen, but a lot of times they're still alive. Like in all these videos I've seen, all of them were alive, man. All right, some horrific accidents. All right, a man with a hole in his chest from that accident. He had a literal hole in his chest, and you could see his heartbeat. You could see his heart beating. All right, his face from his mouth, where his mouth was, the skin was all ripped off, and you could see his teeth was all exposed. He was still alive. All right, the man that got hit by a car, his whole bottom half of his body was gone. He was still crawling. He was still alive. All right. I saw a man, he committed suicide. He jumped off a building, and literally he fell down, and you know the little poles that stick up, you know, by the sidewalk, they got them little poles there. He landed on it. All right, it went right in his anal cavity, and it literally went all the way through to where it was piercing through his back. You can see where it landed at. It was bulging out in his back, man. It didn't come out, but it was still in there, and it bulged in his back. He was still alive for a few minutes, and he died, man. Okay? And this is the type of judgment that the Lord is going to send out here, man. You know, just repeat it, man. Because, you know, it's scary, man. It's honestly scary. It's really scary, man. Watching those videos, all right, seeing how the Lord judges people, you know. Because, you know, a lot of times we know these things. We know people die out here every day. You know, we hear about it on the news and everything, and we don't really know what it's like. We don't know what it's like seeing stuff like that until you actually see it, and it gives you a larger perspective of how real it is out here, and how you need to, you know, all right, watch how you walk. All right, because you can end up like that. That could be your mother. That could be your sister. That could be your family members that you know. You know, after watching those videos, you know, every time I looked at somebody, only thing that came to mind was how those people died. You know, what if that was my mother? What if that was my brother, or my any family members, any of my loved ones? You know, that's all I could imagine, and it bothered me. All right, so that's the reason why I advise you. You know, if you get easily queasy in the stomach and it's hard to watch, I'm telling you, it is hard to watch, you know, regardless, all right, of how strong you think you are, man, until you see those videos, okay? Because no movie can replicate what I just seen, man. You know, you can bring the best actors all you want. You can't replicate it. It's that bad, man. All right, so let's go to Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 3. It says, I have trodden the wine presses alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come. So yeah, man, Lord is coming for vengeance. all right, on you people, man, all right, that mock the men of the Lord. All right, you sitting around, running around, doing whatever the hell you want to, thinking the Lord ain't gonna do nothing to you. All right, thinking he's not real, he's fake. You know, you out here bootlicking Esau. All right, licking his ass. Are you selling your soul? Okay, you homosexual. All right, doing all kinds of mess out here, just wild stuff, man. So much so that I'm not even surprised at a lot of things that I see nowadays, man. It's so normalized, this wickedness, man. So much so that you can't talk to anybody out here. It's better to be by your damn self. All right? If it ain't the man in the truth, you don't deal with them. Hell, I even say even your damn family members. Don't deal with them. You know, a lot of them wicked. You know, the ones that don't believe in this truth. You know, of course you do right by your family. You know, you can say hi. All right, you can visit or whatever. You know, but just saying in general, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. You know, if they don't believe in this truth, man, you can't trust them. All right, they could turn on you in these last days, man. You know, that's what they're gonna do. Especially if they don't believe in this truth, they're gonna rat you out, man. Especially if you're dealing with this truth. Or you out preaching, or you're you know, an Israelite sister, and you out there, you know, you believe in this thing. All right, they're gonna rat you out and get you killed, man. All right, to save their own ass. Okay, so you can't trust nobody out here, man. You are already so bad out here, you can't talk to nobody, man. All right. So anyway, let's read on this verse 5. It says, "And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me. And I would tread down the people in my anger, and make them drunk in my fury. And I will bring down their strength to the earth. I will mention the loving kindness." That's it, Slakia. That's the last one right there. Now, I'm gonna go back to this site. Slakia, if you see some stuff that you don't want to see, I hope I have went through this once before, so I shouldn't have no problems. But you know, Lord willing, it ain't like that. Okay. I don't know what this is all about. Okay. I don't know what this is all about. That's some BS right there. Let me see. My internet may be a little slow because I'm not, you know, skip on. Okay, I don't know what this is all about. Offer. Well, it is what it is, man. You can go on to the site if you want to. You know, I saved it. I saved the site or whatever. But you know what the site is called. You can look into it yourself. I'm gonna, you know, get these scriptures here, you know, and then we'll close out. Okay, so let's go to Acts. Let's go to Acts chapter 5, and we'll start at verse 1. It says, "But a certain..." Hold up. Salakia, hold up. Yeah, we'll start at Acts chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "But a certain man named Ananias with Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession and kept back part of the price. His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet." Now, just to give you a little backstory, you know, this is going into, you know, Ananias and Sapphira. All right, they were supposed to pretty much sell all the possessions they had. All right, and they didn't do it. They only gave half of the price of. Only sold half or whatever, and they didn't give everything that they had. You know. So let's read on. It says, "And kept back part of the price, his wife being also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet." It says, "But Peter said, Ananias, why hath Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost and to keep back part of the price of the land?" All right. He says, "Whilst it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not thine own in thine own power?" It says, "Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto Yahweh." You see? And we say that all the time, man. Brothers say that all the time, man. When they're out there preaching the word, all right, you damn 2/3. All right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you go by the apostles, the elders, all right, the ones that's teaching this word, and you think that you speaking to men when you talking shit, man. All right, and that's not the case. You are you are offending Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. That's what you're doing. All right, you're not speaking to men. All right, you speaking to the Lord when you talking your mess, man. All right, you you don't know who you're dealing with. Okay, you're not speaking to men, just like it said in the scriptures. Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto Yahweh. All right, so when you're out there talking your shit to the apostles and elders, all right, officially of Great Millstone, all right, you speaking to the Lord, man. All right, and the Lord is not mocked. He's going to deal with you eventually. Okay, so let's read on. It says, and Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost. All right, so the Lord took his spirit out of his body. All right, and there's videos on YouTube. You can find videos like that on YouTube. All right, they'll allow that on YouTube. All right, you can look up some news lady. All right, she was standing up speaking. She seemed like she was just fine. And the next thing you know, her eyes rolled in the back of her head. She fell down and she was dead, man. No one knows what happened. They say natural causes. We don't know. Things like that. All right, that was the Lord. He took his spirit from his body. All right, the Lord can do that, man. All right, telling you that the Lord kills. All right, he makes alive. He wounds. He heals. Okay, there's no such thing as, oh, it just naturally happened. Oh, well, things happen in life sometimes. No, that's not the case, man. All right, the scriptures say, whosoever perish being innocent. All right, a rhetorical question. All right, if you were innocent, you wouldn't be dead like that, man. The Lord will keep you alive. All right, he wouldn't have you getting judged out there like that. Now he can. Now you of course, during Jacob's trouble and and all these things like that, towards the end, some righteous men will die, but it's not going to be in a manner like that. It's not going to be painful. They most likely won't feel it. All right, there's testimonies in the scriptures about that, man. Or the Lord take his spirit away from him and that's it. Peacefully. He ain't gonna, have you go through stuff like that, getting your head, arms cut off, chopped up, limbs to pieces while you still alive, screaming for help. All right, the Lord ain't gonna leave the men of the Lord like that out there. Okay. All right, and it says, let's read on. It says, let me see where I'm at. Let's read 5 again. It says, and Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost, and great fear came on all them that heard these things. All right, and it says, and the young men arose, wound him up, and carried him out and buried him. All right, and let's see. Read on. It says, and it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in. And Peter answered unto her, tell me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, yea, for so much. Then Peter said unto her, how is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and she shall carry thee out. Then fell she down straightway at his feet and yielded up the ghost. So she died too, man. The Lord killed her too. Took her spirit right from her body, man. You see? It says, and the young men came in and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried by her husband. And great fear came upon all the church and upon as many as heard these things. All right? And that's exactly what's coming in these last days. Except it ain't going to be like that, man. You people going to get tortured, man. All right? The scriptures tell you, I believe in, was it 2nd Ezra? 1st Ezra or 2nd Ezra? Just paraphrasing. That it said that you shall know it by pain, after death by pain. All right, you people gonna be tortured. All right, you Israelites, man. All right, 2/3 of you, you're gonna be tortured before you go. All right, just like in them videos I was explaining, that was torture, man. They didn't go out easy. Okay, they didn't go out instantly. Get stabbed one time and they just drop dead like that, instant. No, they were still alive. All right, the man being chopped up piece by piece while he was alive. He was still alive, man. All right, it took him a while to go out. All right, that's what's gonna happen out here. All right, so this is to put fear. All right, and those that are going off. All right, those that may be new. And you're not sure. Hey, man, just get right, man. And this goes out to myself as well. All right, I'm not perfect. I'm not holier than thou. All right, same goes for me. All right, so let's get we're gonna get two more. We'll actually about three more, and we'll close out. So let's go to Isaiah. Actually, let's go back to Isaiah. Let's get chapter 3, and we'll get verse 24. All right. It says, "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink, and instead of girdle a rent, and instead of well set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. It says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground." And this is coming to you women especially. All right, this is definitely coming for you women, man. All right, because men, even the 2/3, there are even men in general, whether it's a 2/3 or not. All right, they have a bit of reality. They living in a bit of reality. Okay, they're not like you women, man. All right, we're not able to take a foot pick and get millions of views and get paid thousands of dollars every month or every day or however much you make off that mess, man. All right, we're not able to go out and just sell our bodies and get rich real quick off of it, or just have people all in our DMs, having all these people in our DMs and getting worshipped. All right, because this world is basically yours right now. All right along with Esau. All right, he gave you this world, man. All right, and really it's to your detriment, but you don't see it. Okay, but this is a warning to you especially. All right, because you got the world in your clutches basically. All right, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. All right, you can lie on a man, cheat on a man, and commit all kinds of adultery. All right, and get away with it. All right, you can break a man down so much to the point where he kill himself. Or you can do all these things and get away with it. All right, the Lord ain't really touching you women like that. All right, but He is. There is an uptick in a lot of women and females being killed, man. More so now than ever, But it's gonna be even more so when Jacob's trouble hits. All right, when the food goes out. All right, when work is no more. All right, when anarchy is put on full display right in front of your face, man. All right, this stuff is coming for you, man. All right, ultimately, because men, even 2/3, man. They're set in a bit of reality, unlike you. All right, they live in a realistic world more so than you. Okay, they're not wrapped up in all this bullshit and this facade, so to speak. They are in their own light, but more so you than them. All right, so this is a message for you. All right, this is coming for you wicked women out there. All right, so yeah, you're gonna be bald. All right, no more weaves. Okay, no more nice clothes. All right, no showers. All right, no simps to come save you. The Lord gonna kill all simps. No simps is gonna save you, man. All right, when the Lord have you in His clutches, you ain't escaping. All right, so ain't no simp or no sucker gonna come around and save your ass, man. And the man of the Lord ain't no sucker. He ain't gonna get you either. All right, so yeah, her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. All right, let's go on to, that's it on that. That's it on that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." And yeah, that's how you're going to be in that day for sure, man. 100% for sure. After seeing those videos, and hell, I even got shook after seeing those videos, man. I got shook. Honestly, truthfully, I got shook, man. This stuff was on my mind for a few days, man. You know, it's shocking. It was shocking seeing some videos like that. Like you may catch a video, all right, of some ignorant Jake on live streaming himself on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and you may see him get shot and he dies live. You may find that on a random website, but this stuff that I see here, all right, that I've showed you screenshots of, this is beyond that, man. All right, and seeing that just a few times messed with me. So imagine seeing that, all right, for a couple days, weeks, or hell, maybe months. Who knows, man? Out here during Jacob's trouble, everybody's killing each other, all right, eating each other, cannibalism. That's gonna happen. The way they were cutting that man up in that video, all right. It was I don't know if he was a Jake or not, but he was I believe down there in the African countries, he got cut up, man, alive. They gutted him like he was nothing, man. No sympathy, nothing. Just cut him up to pieces, piece by piece, alive, man. So imagine if there were cannibals, man. You're gonna see stuff like that in these last days. Okay, this is what's coming. All right. And you women, you definitely gonna run to a man of the Lord, man. All right, you so-called divested, you divested. All right, that hate Jake. All right, you like Esau so damn much. You gonna run to the man of the Lord, and the men of the Lord are Israelites. All right, ain't no damn Edomite devil is gonna make it. All right, because they're not the chosen people anyway. They're devils, man. All right, they're gonna get killed out here just like you 2/3. All right, and their ass is going in chains, ultimately. All right. So let's we're gonna close out. We're gonna get one more scripture. Close out on that. All right. So we're gonna get let's see, Revelations. Let's see. We'll get Revelations chapter. Start at 14. And we're gonna start at verse. We're gonna start at verse 2, and we'll close out. All right. So this is Revelations chapter 14 and verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung it as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Okay, so this is going into the word being preached. All right, the brothers out there on the highways and byways doing the videos, doing the work. Okay, this is the song. All right, which is this truth. Okay, and they're singing it. And it's compared to harps. All right, and things like that. The great voice of thunder. Why? Because they speak loud. All right, to tell our people to repent. All right, so read on verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with women. All right, when these women is spiritual. All right, it's representing the bullshit that's out here. All right, the homosexuality, the transgenderism, the weak nature that's out here, man. All right, the effeminate. All right, the shrimp, crab, lobster, the abominable foods. All that mess, man. All right, it says, which they were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. Okay, it says, these are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. All right, which is Yahweh Shah. He's the Lamb. Okay, it says, these were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh. All right, and this is for the men, also including women and children that repented. All right, so they're going to be found without fault, no guile. All right, and they're going to be redeemed from the earth, from the hell that's coming. We're going to be here for a while, but a little while, to see the stuff that's happening. But because the scripture said we're going to be scarcely saved. It's going to be by the nook. We're going to be saved. All right, by a chariot. And It says, verse 6, and I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear Yahweh, give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth, and the sea, and the fountains of waters. All right, and that's what we're doing. Give praises to him. And why? Because the judgment is coming. The hour is coming. You know, you're hearing about World War III. You're hearing about the food shortages. It's getting worse. You know, in China, they're talking about, I forget what it was, but I think it was shutting down something. Going on lockdown because of food shortages. You know, and that stuff is increasing and running rampant. You know, all right, and they're talking about the MOTB. All right, they're bringing that out. Okay, they're constantly talking about that. All right, the new currency. All right, so in verse 8 it says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Yeah, that's the wine. All right, which is this Babylon. We call it Babylon juice. All right, the philosophies, the doctrines. All right, the false religions. Okay, the false reality. All right, that these people are wrapped up in. All right, you 2/3 Jakes. All right, and this whole earth is wrapped up in, man. A bunch of bullshit, man. A bunch of bullshit. You know, we don't want to see this type of stuff, man. I don't want to fucking see it. I'm sick of it. Honestly, I'm sick of this shit, man. I want to get the hell out of here. Away from these damn people, man. These people are fucking disgusting. They're like a goddamn disease, man. I can't stand these people, man. You know, these wicked ass people. You know? But anyway, moving on, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Yeah, without mixture, which means he's not going to let up on you. He's not going to go easy on you. You know how you have a drink, it's real bitter. You try to add some sweet in there to make it less bitter. It's not going to happen, man. You're just going to get the raw judgment. Raw judgment. All right? No respect of persons. We don't care how pretty you are. We don't care how cute you are. We don't care how much followers you got. We don't care how you look. None of that matters in that day. You know? When I saw those people getting killed in that video, man, in those videos, all right, at the end of the day, it didn't matter, all right, how many views she got, or how many, or how good she looked, or who liked her or who didn't, you know, things like that. Who's hating? None of that shit matters, man. Reality sets in, okay? Because at the end of the day, when you're dead, none of that shit matters, man. None of that matters, okay? And, you know, after watching those videos, you know, it really devalues women, really. You know, and people in general, you know, you men too, all right, that's out there with the clout and all that BS, man. That stuff don't matter, you know, because the second you look at those videos and you don't see nothing. All you see is a shell, man. No life, you know, just stiff, just stuck there, man. It doesn't matter, you know, because the spirit isn't there in that body no more. All right. It's a deeper understanding. If you watch the videos, man, those videos, you understand what I'm talking about. I'm sure some of you probably can't understand it unless you watch it, which, like I said, you know, before, warning, don't watch it if you know, can't take that kind of stuff. I honestly advise you not to. You know, you're going to see it eventually, but I honestly would say don't watch it. You know, this stuff is very gruesome. Very gruesome. But anyway, it says, it says, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, which is that nuclear destruction that we constantly talk about. The nuclear missiles, World War III, is happening now, right now, you know. And pretty soon, nukes is going to start flying. And it says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. You see? And the majority of these damn people, they're going to take that damn chip, man. They're going to take it to save their lives. All right, what the scriptures say, that whoever saveth his life shall lose it, and whoever loseth his life shall save it. Or gain it, or something like that. I forget, but it's just paraphrasing, So it says, verse 12, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. All right. So that's pretty much it. I just want to do this video to pretty much show you the reality, all right, of how the Lord judges people out here, man. We hear it in the news. We see it. We hear things about it. We sometimes do get a little oblivious, all right, to the judgment, because we don't see stuff like this. A lot of those videos that I've seen was in other countries. The way the people reacted is completely different to how people will react here in America. In America, you see people screaming. All right, they'll turn the camera away. All right, they'd be like, call the cops, screaming and doing all. I didn't see that in those videos. The people that saw those things, they were calm. All right, it was like they see this shit every day, man. It was reality. And a lot of times, in them other countries, you don't see the women there acting like the women here, all proud, high and mighty. All right, they're not out here just dressing like whores, and being disrespectful, rude, and all that type of stuff. So the stuff that's coming to this place, and to Babylon, it's gonna catch a lot of people off guard, and I see that, watching those videos, man, how those people reacted, from the men and women, and how they reacted to the situation, it's gonna catch people off. People are gonna lose their minds when this stuff comes. So, I just want to do that video to make you aware, all right, to put more fear in you, all right, to fear the Lord, for the things that's coming. It's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty, man. It's not gonna be easy sailing. You're not gonna get through this very easy. All right, it's gonna be very rough. Things are gonna get very rough, as time goes on. 100%. I've seen those videos. I see exactly what the Lord's talking about a little bit, or just a little bit. That's not even half of what's coming. Hell, we still got to talk about Leviathan, the unknown beast. Okay, judgment being set left and right, like every second. There's gonna be judgment laid out. People gonna be dropping dead. All right, like flies. Okay, and you just may be the only one that walks through that and makes it out alive. So I'm gonna leave it off with that. Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.